I just want to make the point that there was a kind of a prayer that I would do and would help me a lot. And then I can't do it anymore because it's tarnished, because the person I learned it from, after years and years of studying with her, and I'm gonna check how much I've paid through PayPal and Venmo, all the payments I've made to her, many years, all the readings I've gotten from her. She, at the end of it, said, it's all copyrighted, and if you use it without mentioning me, it's plagiarism, and I would have to give her, her royalties if I have it, if I'm not doing it for free, and then that if I have to do it accurate. So we took a workshop to make sure what I'm saying is according to her, liking, and then after that I took the course, and then I was told I'm not worthy of the certificate, so I didn't get the certificate. And then the thing was, she had discouraged me from using the word God and prayer and other things that are commonly used in religion, saying they're filled with falsehoods. She brought in her own set of vocabulary. So instead of God, she would use originating source or higher self, and all this set of new terminology. That then I realized now the reason for that was that then she would be able to identify the things that are copyrighted. So I'm careful now not to. The thing is, first, it's tarnished, first of all, because I now see that underneath it all, this is what she is, and then then she did use principles, noble principles, spirituals, like not playing victim, being responsible, knowing that we create our own reality, and so instead of being victim to it, we should know we are creating it and change ourselves. Now that is a noble ideal that highly spiritual people realize. But then she used it repeatedly, abusively. She used a noble truth abusively, repeatedly scolding me. Whenever I was describing my situation, tell me, well, you playing victim. I kept repeating to her, I'm not complaining, I'm not playing victim, I'm just describing it in order to understand it. She would keep on doing it. And then when I would ask her, you treating me like this, does it mean you don't want me around anymore? She would repeatedly say that she's devoted to me, she would never have me leave, and that she's loyal to me, and these are just common friends have conflict and fights, and this is all it is. And she would say, why are you being a stranger, when I would stay away because of how bad it hurt. And anytime I wanted to communicate about it, she would block communication by saying things like that she specifically kept saying that to block communication, and said it in a tone scoldingly. And the fact that when I had lost God because she's told me not to use it, the word God, the concept of God, and replace it with what she had, it had a debilitating effect on me that I documented. I made a video about it. That's there. We'll post on here in the description. And then it feels like being uprooted when what I believed in was taken away. What you replaced it with is copyrighted. And so now it's tarnished because I realized it was used in a bad way. Now, maybe it wasn't corrupt at the source. She was always telling us she's getting this stuff from the higher selves. I wanted to ask her, are the higher selves, did they tell you to copyright it in your name? If they're the source of it, Why should you be copyrighted in your name? Maybe it is coming from the higher selves. Maybe I do want to keep on using it. I've been using it for years and I've gotten used to it. And now I have nothing else to go back to, because she made the Christianity and the terms Christians use, God and prayer, the whole stuff about that. She made it a stigma, a stigma to use that, because it was filled with falsehoods. And now when I go back to church and listen to them, I keep hearing echoes of what the things she said about it, or the falsehoods about it. And so what she thought was tarnished, what she took away as tarnished, I feel uprooted, spiritually uprooted. And she was the one I was going always to confide in. Now I realize when I go to her for this crisis I'm going to, she's actively against me, and she's actually cooperating with the perpetrator, triangulating with her against me. She herself said that she had received videos and screenshots and other stuff, text from the perpetrator that show me at fault. And she said that scoldingly. So she's scolding me, tell why you abusing her. But when I try to describe what's going on, she scolds me, saying you shouldn't be playing victim. She stops communication. And the note I have from the perpetrator was saying, she was saying that now that I've talked to someone who knows more about you than I do, I realize it's no use talking to you. I had paid for a session for her to get healing and counseling about this, to heal herself. She had used that session to turn the spiritual mentor against me, and had follow-up sessions about it. And it was used for that purpose, to triangulate against me. And when I was trying to have communication with her, with the perpetrator, in a chat line with the spiritual mentor, she scolded me in that repeatedly, with the other one present. Which was kind of what the police were doing. The police were also triangulating with her. She was triangulating. They had received content and deceptions from her. I'm assuming, well, she would talk to them when I wasn't there, and they wouldn't let me close to listen. They wouldn't mediate. I would ask them, can we talk? We're not a judge. We can't do that. And then they repeatedly were scolding me when we're talking to her, they were sympathetic to her. And the whole premise was that I was abusing her, or I was forcing her. That's what I had heard, that I was forcing her to have sex in order to stay here, which was a lie. The reason you would know that's a lie, because she tried to get Tari. She was having a lot of talking with her in the front yard, bonding with her, grooming her, getting her, intimate with her. And then at the end of that, the purpose was that she kept trying to tell her to leave. She was telling her, you can do better. She was telling her that I'm cheating on her, which was a lie. It was revealed it was a lie, but she wouldn't admit to it. And she had agreed she wouldn't discourage me from having a relationship with Tadi here. And she violated that agreement. And once it was revealed that she had violated that agreement by telling her, discouraging her from being here, and then deceiving her, telling her that I had cheated on her. Once that was revealed that she had violated the agreement, then she started threatening to sue. And then all this stuff broke loose after that. It was just, and then she stopped communicating. So the reason, why would someone stop communicating? Because she doesn't have a leg to stand. She's been here for a whole year using all the resources. We helped her every way we could. We were giving her rides middle of the night, many times a night. Over and over every night, to every long distance places. I gave a ride all the way to Anaheim to visit a friend. And the whole time she had the phone up. And if I would start talking, she would pretend like she's falling asleep, sitting up. And a whole bunch of anything I would say, another technique was she would say, yes, no, but I'm just saying, and then say something irrelevant, and then just keep repeating those same exact things over no matter what I say. So never acknowledging, listening to what I say. She would fall asleep when I was talking. She would look at her phone while I was talking. And I would tell her, look, it makes me feel bad. She would do even more. Anything that I would tell her that I feel bad, she would do more of it. I would tell her, like, makes me threatening me by being on your phone all the time, talking to your friends, using bad words, and talking about me to these friends that you were saying, using to threaten me. And then she would intentionally come in front of the surveillance camera and go on the phone in front of the surveillance camera. You see, anything I would tell her I don't like, she would do more and more of.
I'm gonna go check on her.
Sorry, Todd.